is Taritha? 4,000 SR Sombra loss. Also, it's in a little bit of a rough window. So let's see what we got. Yoga. Good. Perfect. So this, I think, is pretty good. Okay. I think you're doing fairly well. I think you're playing this pretty solidly right now.
My ultimate is charging.
Right away.
My ultimate is almost ready.
My ultimate's ready.
My ultimate is charging.
Initiating the hunt. Here I am. Dando las luces.
That was good. Waited to go around the corner so you get everyone. The best part about this entire thing is that your team didn't use a single other alt, which means it only built alts for your entire team.
Be right back.
It is kind of a funny bubble that happened there. He bubbled above everyone. Good. Yeah, this is spot on. Like I have zero things to correct right now. Oh. Yeah, so this is really good.
Best round one.
I'm out of here.
I literally can't correct something there.
Just 3, 2, 1. Round.
Is this a win?
Capture.
They say it's not.
See you later.
I mean, I looked at it before and I didn't see a win, I guess.
Looking for me? Initiating.
Good job shooting the shield. It's like a non-sarcastic way.
Feeling much better. In here all the
The objective is now.
And Sombra does some good damage. So she can bust on that shield in a decent manner. Just as a Junkrat, I hate it when I'm the only one shooting the shield and I won't get it down in time.
beacon in place.
Okay, good place to put that.
Hey there. See you later. Mucho mejor. I'm securing the objective. Anyone want to play? Translocating.
Yep, good. They're gonna surround you. You're gonna die there.
¿Extrañaste?
So I think you're doing everything right so far.
My ultimate is charging.
Your team is just losing the big team fights. essentially they're taking them 5v6 just because you're flanking so heavily.
Regreso es buen sol.
No one can hide from my sight.
Apagando las luces.
He's not gonna get enough of them.
See you later.
A little bit of a desperation ult, which I get. I mean, it was at what? It's hard for me to read that number. Is that like 70%? At 70%, you're probably not going to build another ult before the game ends. So maybe you should have kept it. I don't mind using ults a little bit willy-nilly, but just the timing on that one's going to be rough.
Initiating the hack.
Yeah, so this is the big issue with flanking,
Be right back.
and I've said it time and time again.
I'm on the object.
Extrañaste.
Flanking takes time. So flanking takes time, so that means if your team dies during the time you flank, the flank does nothing.
Round 2. Loss.
Easily impressed.
5, 4, 3,
Yeah, the problem I think I have is that I tend not to be with my team at the right time.
capture.
It's a hard skill to pick up on when to flank and when to not flank, and when to be with your team and when not to be with your team. You want to get that Reinhardt. Damn, she was waiting for that entire time. The only thing I can say there is you need to get a little bit of a better angle where you can actually hack someone.
Thank you. Feeling much better. Miss me?
Okay?
Beacon in place.
They're coming at you fast.
See you later. Feeling much better.
Good job on the Reinhardt.
Always leave yourself a basket.
Alright, you're gonna see a big hack here, or big EMP.
Extrañaste. Apagando las luces.
I don't think you hit enough people.
Been here all along.
Yep.
Initiating the hack.
Okay, okay. Points gonna swap over.
Initiating the hack. Feeling much better. Be right back.
I was gonna say, this Tracer seems to be a little bit of a cunning type.
See you later.
She saw you.
Get ready for a shot.
Beacon in place. Mucho mejor. ¿Extrañaste?
Oh. Yeah. So, I think you're doing. I mean, you're doing really well. I know these last couple points are looking a little rough, but that'll happen.
So reboot and try again.
All I can say is you're not getting a lot of hacks off. Oh shit.
Experience open.
Okay, that's good. The hog should have been alive long enough for that to hit him.
I might need this later. I'm out of here.
Only thing I could really say, I mean, and it's not even anything you can really correct, it's just your accuracy is a little rough at times.
Be right back.
Oh, I should have teleported. It's hard to beat her. Moira get a 6 kill.
Hey there.
Ready for a shot.
Yep. So I think there's actually like not much to correct on this one. I think you did most things correctly. Like there's not a lot to correct. I mean, I'd say just work on your accuracy a little bit. There's been a couple times where you're just missing a lot of enemies. I saw you building ult off the Ryan and the Hog a lot. That was good. You're trying to get the hack on the Tracer. Tracer was kind of like going for you at that point. She was definitely trying to make sure you weren't as effective as you could be. You didn't target the Zen much. There's a couple times you did target them, but I think they swapped off the Zen after the first round because you did whoop the rest of the first one. The first round was perfect. Like that was like textbook Sombra. Yeah, like textbook. You did everything correctly. The second one, again, you're flanking, so that would be here. Too time intensive. For flanking. So, with the second round, once you started noticing your team is getting their ass kicked by the time they got to the bridge, either you needed to back them up on the bridge itself, or instead of going towards the point, go like this, outside of the point, because the point was here, right? If you cross the point, they're going to see it's getting taken, and they're going to look towards your general direction. Yes, it may pull resources off of the bridge over here. So they may go from the bridge over here that way because they see you're taking it. But you're a Sombra. You kind of want to... You want to do something more impactful on the group as a whole. So you want to like hack one of their targets before they see you. You want to use that like that 1 to 2 seconds that it takes for them to realize you're there. You need to do a play and have an advantage in this first second and a half. But going on point will make you lose that advantage. So I'd say watch crossing the point at times like that. Now, if they're pushing really hard and they pushed all the way like over bridge into the health pack, then you can go on point because it's going to take them a couple seconds. Everyone's going to run back and go back here. But if all they have to do is turn and look towards point to see you, I think they can deal with you more that way. If you want to see, like, I'm not the authority on Sombra, but I would check out the Korean Contenders League. I've heard a lot of stuff. I haven't watched it, but I heard a lot about it, and they run Sombra a significant amount. So it's to the point where they're running divas as a way to just spam shots everywhere to break Sombra's invisibility. Like it's to that type of level. But you can definitely pick up some good concepts there. I think the other thing with logistics is the Sombra. I just call it the Sombra wave, and that just means like, you know, throw your teleporter down, try to get a kill, teleport back. You know, throw your teleporter down. Yada yada. You know, you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over. You got that down pretty well. The last match, the last round. What I noticed whenever I think of Sombra, like if this is the point, and you have a team attacking this way and a team attacking this way. With the Sombra, you want to be out here. You want to be off center just a little bit, so you can hack behind the shield. And once you get the hack, you'll try to get some damage, and if you can't, then you just get out. But the idea is to get the hack on an important target and reduce their effectiveness for 5 seconds and see what you can get. If you can't get anything, get out. Stuff like that. You definitely want to stick and move. Other than that, man, like I think you're doing really good. In positioning, I would just say this is your positioning. Just be a little bit off center. Because a couple times on the third round, well, this was happening in server room. Like you were way back here. Oh, you can also do one other thing. I did this strategy in Planet Side 2 a lot because I was a sniper. Essentially, if there's a big battle going on here and here, this is where all the fighting's going. The least place they're going to expect someone, like if this is your team, blue is your team, is like right here, and you're firing like that. Because you're almost behind the front line, but you're shooting with them, it's hard for people to figure out where the damage is coming from until it's too late. You can easily get hacks off this way as well. You can do a lot like this. And it is a lot greedier of an approach, but it has a lot higher success. Sometimes it's safer to go deeper in than it is to be shallow. No, I haven't done that much in Overwatch itself, so I don't know how it's going to turn out, but at least it's a little concept that I've learned from other games that you can try to do it in this one. And just knowing human psychology, I will do this with Junkrat a little bit. It does work. This is a good way to put pressure on the Rhine. Servja says this is the angle Hanses are using. Yeah, this is a very strong angle. In fact, this is actually in a fight. If you look at the human body, if someone's looking this way, the spots they have no balance at will be like here, here, and then here, or whichever side their open side is. I shouldn't say directly forward. It's off like this. It depends on their stance. If they have the right foot forward, this will be their strong one. They got a foot here and a foot here. Let me make it a different color. If they have a foot here and a foot here, this is their stance. These are the two weak angles, and so is maybe not this one specifically. This actually needs to be over a little bit. But this angle would be strong. But yeah, it's the same angles. It's what I do when I fight. It's all related, guys. That's why I teach the way I teach. It's all fucking related. Trust me. Yeah. I mean, if you're in chat, do you have any other questions? Any ideas? Did it help you? What is the best way for somebody to deal with snipers? Man. It's hard because you're getting to the skill level where they can actually defend against close range threats. So maybe it's not so much dealing with snipers as in killing them. Maybe just do a bit of damage to them, make them paranoid, and then get out. That would be my honest opinion. You get shot in the face a lot, so you understand the timing of the sniper shots and then get out. So There's going to be a time. Let's go back to the camera. There's going to be this small window of time, and it's the same thing as Junkrat. I got like, if I get the jump on them, I got about a half second to a second where I can do something and win. If I cannot win in that 1 second, get out. So with Sombra, instead of trying to get the kill and sticking on them constantly, understand like this. The timing is like a quarter. I want to say it's a quarter of a second to a half a second, and in that fraction of a second, you have to understand if you do or you do not have the kill. If you do not have the kill, get out. Be a lot more humble. Be a lot more wary. Just shoot them a little bit. If you notice that you couldn't kill them, they turn towards you, and it's in that half a second that they turn towards you, and they're either pulling the bullet or they're going in the scope. Get out. You have to get out really quick. It would almost be the same timing as a Genji deflect. A Genji would deflect in this quarter second to a half second window. Sombra, you want to get out of there. Same thing with Junkrat, you want to get out of there. I would have to essentially double down, go in deeper and try to kill him, or I would have to get out and try to survive. Yeah. That would be my advice on snipers. Obviously, you can go over to the Fitzy, see how Fitzy deals with them. I'm sure sometimes he kills him, and sometimes he'll shoot him once or twice and then realize he's not going to win that fight and get out. In fact, that is what when you want to get higher and higher ranking, that's what you have to understand when you're in the loss. You're going to lose, so get out. Any other questions? No questions? If you don't have any questions, I can wrap this up. I don't hear any. Other questions? Thanks for reviewing. No problem, man. You did really well. That first round was like literally couldn't correct anything on it. You seem to be doing everything just right. Scoreboard question above. I don't want there to be a scoreboard. What was your question? Is Overwatch need a scoreboard? No, they don't. You make a good point. So much of this game is mental too. The threat of you being in the background can be enough to distract the team. Yeah, no, that's essentially what you can do. It's like, I don't want to call it petty, but it's like, alright, you have better skill than me, but I have this second window where I can kind of take you. If I can't, then I gotta run. And so you just have to respect it for what it is. And if you gotta run, then you run. But remember, if you're shooting them, they're not shooting your teammates. If your teammates get a couple kills in that time, by the time the Widow or Hanzo goes back to deal with that, it's too big of a disadvantage to them. How much? A bunch of wood. When did I get a gaming chair? When I went to PAX East, I bought this. It's really helped my back issues because I'm on some meds right now for my back, and I needed something. You guys saw my chair before. It was beyond dead. It was undead. It was the lich of a chair. It was toast. So I got a new chair. It really helped my back out. The chair cost $309. It was 30% off at PAX, and I bought one of the higher end models. I think it cost me like $230. I think it was like $230. Increase my FPS by 100. Sure, yeah, why not? Actually, the big issue I have with it is that the armrests don't go down low enough. And they hit my keyboard tray. So, even at the chair at the lowest setting, I can't get it underneath. So that's why I've been having to adapt to that this season. US 230 including shipping? I think so, yeah. Which, sorry, did I gain? I don't know. I guess I got it last season. I did pretty good last season. Kept me in top 500 this chair. Good job, chair. And it's the esports arena. Bam! Esports! Oh, there it is. It was just a higher end model, that's all. A lot of the stuff had it uses steel parts instead of plastic and stuff like that. So I just bought it for durability. Yeah, if there's no other questions, I can be done with this. I have to post. I haven't posted like my reviews since New Year's or something. So sometime this week, I'm gonna upload like 30 something, something reviews. Esports Arena. This is actually I bought the esports version, so they made these chairs specifically for like the stage. That all whatever whoever's playing up on stage, these chairs were meant to be the ones they were using. That's why it's heavy duty. Like so they're designed for a little bit more wear and tear. All the parts are steel, so it'll last longer. I figured if I got to spend $30 extra, like why the fuck not get the one that lasts a bit longer? Yeah, we gotta host someone. Oh man, I'm tired. Let's see who. Blinky? Yeah, let's do Blinky. Why not? We always host Blinky, but why not? I don't think anyone on the Unlovables. Nope, just me. Yeah, we'll host Blinky. Go to bed. Yep, so that's it, guys. Peace. See you tomorrow. Yeah.